All right, good morning. It's really in the morning over here. It's a little bit past midnight on the West Coast, but again, we woke up just for you guys. I hope you enjoy the show. Spawning here in the top right to kick off the Intel Extreme Masters Korean qualifiers. We have Jin Air's green Zerg player symbol. Hey, Jin Air green. Wait, okay.
Yeah. In the bottom left is the Red Terran MVP's Salvation.
Now this is a really good matchup. I love ZVT. It's a best of 3. And these are actually two really good players that we've gotten to see a lot of recently. Well, maybe not a lot of symbols so much, but Salvation's actually been appearing in the IEM League on and off it feels like bi-weekly basis. A lot of the MVP guys have been playing over there, and Salvation has been really on point. His TVCs looked really good playing his players like, oh no, Millie, no, stop. Okay, sorry, take over the cast for a sec.
Like players like Millie, Rifkin's cats, he 1-0'd.
Sorry, what's
in a best of 1. No. I can't remember which, so hoping that Rifkin is around this for, but I believe Salvation was the...
Impact. Alright, best
Okay, he faced
start.
Impact or something.
Professional broadcast, I'm back. Hi, sorry about that.
Okay, hi. No, I was gonna bring up, I don't know his TVZ, which is what's important. I just remember that it was a TVZ finals, right? Versus Hero that he got SmackDown.
Oh, right, man. That was a doozy.
Awkward stuff, like a list of achievements that are so great, and Zomberga picks the one that's just like the smudged out one that you hope no one remembers.
Sorry about that, so the abruptness there. My cat was trying to basically chew on the power cord, the computer that's got the Partoof spot running, and I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, it's familiar.
But so I'm a little bit off point now. Expedition Lost, though. This is kind of an interesting map. How did you figure this will get abused?
I don't think it's gonna be abused. Symbol, I guess he could throw out like an all-in, but lately I think we've been seeing him do more macro games in the Olimu League.
Yep.
And in that way, I don't think it'll be abused. My main question is how the third is going to be used for Salvation.
Yeah, we've seen some cool things where Terran players, especially the European Terran player Cross, has chosen to expand not horizontally but vertically on this map, and it's kind of cool. I love the concept of being able to expand towards your opponent in an aggressive way that will also benefit you defensively. But it's so hard to pull that off on a lot of maps. You take a look at Deadwing, for example, and all the engagements on a cross-spawn location, you can't really expand towards your opponents. But if this is a map where they're both going towards the same point here in the top left, it'll definitely favor somebody who's got a planetary fortress over here.
Yeah, definitely. It's still kind of up in the air as far as we can tell. Player preference, but BCQD and only one other Terran, I believe, have chosen the rock space, basically, behind the rocks. But I still see a lot of benefits to that. But we'll see what Salvation does. We've seen a lot of 3CCs come back into play. People have just steadily gotten rid of their Hellbat pushes in general, like any type. So...
Yeah, actually, I'm almost sad about this, though. We saw Taiga do this really abusive Hellbat all-in. Well, the SCVs as the extreme side of things, but I still think some of the most powerful ones we were seeing trend for a bit there, where you'd have the Marines followed up, the medevac push, and like those 4 Hellbats, 6 Hellbats, could really just bust down Queens and do a lot of damage. But everything about the Hellbat pushes revolves so heavily around timings, and guaranteeing that you get to your opponent before they've got bailings out is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. It's basically done its job as the whole of StarCraft 2. You have Zergs not getting a super greedy bailing nest timing. They always have to go for something more safer.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's actually trended to the point now where we're seeing players like Impact and True on the regular go like these 2-base muta openers versus Terran 2. So no longer playing that greedy fast third. Which symbol, again, it's weird to consider this greedy because it became standard Zerg play for 2 years. But I guess objectively speaking, it kind of is and can be punished.
Starts off with a medevac, but changes his mind to a Viking. This is going to be followed up with Banshees, I expect. Let's get the 2 gases. But he's delaying it for a little bit, and as such, he's delaying his 3rd CC a little bit.
Well, the Hellions don't really go too ham on anything. Maybe could have picked up a Grave Tumor or something, but didn't want to risk taking too much damage from that Queen. But, oh man, right now Salvation has no idea about the roaches.
Ooh. Or the Baneling Nest. 3-base Roach Baneling. Of course, seeing the Roach Horns and the Baneling Nest will give you a huge tell. Seeing the units being pumped out, also a huge tell. The timing is pretty regular. The only thing you'd be able to tell from the third is that, hey, there's suspicious lack of drones. But look like the Hellions will not.
They actually don't see the roaches. Wow. Those completely go through the vision of Salvation. This is pretty devastatingly bad, to be honest. He's boosting across with the medevac to pick up the Hellions, maybe elevator them up? I don't know, but oh, Zombie Girl, that tank has got to be in the sickest spot back at home.
He never got a Banshee. I really thought he was going to get a Banshee, but he's getting a tank instead. And did he? What did he see?
Nothing. That's what's so weird about this. But a second bunker comes down. He had a third one queued and stopped it. Not sure if that was an accident or not, but without that third bunker down, it's something could be almost impossible to hold. Bailey's coming in on top of this. That tank is not in a good position. There's no wall off at the top of the ramp, but I think Symbol may have already won this game through this attack. It's over! No matter how many damage on the other side of the map would ever make up for this. Oh my god.
I think the Hellions must have gotten up to see the Roaches to get one tank, but not been expecting the Banelings.
I think he was just going to the defensive tank.
I guess if you really think that your opponent's like that, but I mean, Symbol isn't, the cheese. You're all about that cheese.
No, and this is really weird to see him have gone for the Roach Baneling attack. There was no third command center, no information given that said, hey, hit me hard. He just kind of almost, I'd say, flipped a coin on this one, and he got lucky with that coin flip because it worked out incredibly well.